How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm well, and just off slide. And this is what we're playing today. We're playing Marvel United. We're doing our Marvel United Megaverse campaign. I do that. I grab the book, show you guys the book, but if I just said it, I think it would work the same way. I don't know why I do it. Now it's kind of like force habit. And my chair back there is turned sideways. Hopefully that doesn't bother anybody. With that said, this is our lunchtime stream. We're going through our Megaverse campaign. Today is Bullseye, which, of course, if you clicked on any of the links of the video or the thumbnail, you knew. So let's go ahead and get over and see how he works. Maybe. Oh, there we go. All right. So we're set up here for Bullseye. Bullseye special rules is when a hero is KO'd, Bullseye doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, we get a KO token. On his BAM, he'll deal 1 damage to each hero in both locations adjacent to him. So he doesn't do on his, he does to the 2 adjacent. Villainous plot, if any token cannot be added to a location, we lose. So any overflow, we lose. That seems very harsh. The heroes also lose when they have a number of KO tokens equal to the number of heroes. So of course we're going 3-handed. So that would be 3. It also means that he starts with 7 hit points. That's kind of a lot. For our locations, again, trying to keep it thematic, this may have made it easier or harder for me, no say. But basically we have Hell's Kitchen, and oddly most of these are from the Maximum Carnage box, which is the confusing thing because like none of these locations, in my opinion, have anything to do with Maximum Carnage. This one here has an end of location effect. Basically says if a hero in this location defeats more than 1 thug here during their turn, they take a damage. In turn, you can add 2 thugs to get a punch token. And then, of course, we have our gain a training card. Police headquarters from the core box. You can discard a thug from any location, so that'll help keep us clearing them out so they don't overflow. This is why I said also similar to that one, why this probably made this harder for us. If a hero in this location rescues more than 1 here during their turn, they take 1 damage. Similar to the other, you can add 2 to this location to gain 1 token. This tower is the only one with 3, so it's only got 3. Boop, there we go. This tower is the only one with 3. End of turn, you can discard 1 card and add a thug to a different location with an empty slot to gain a wild token. So that's not too bad, except for, of course, you're basically taking damage. I don't understand why it says discard 1 card. Take a damage, and then you get a card. And then down here we have Times Square. End of turn, you can rescue a civilian from the location. So again, easy way to get them off of there. And then this one over here, you can move 2 thugs or civilians in any combination from this location to another location. So if this one starts to get close and something else is empty, I can move them around. That one starts with 4. It actually only has 1 space open. So my hope is that he never places more than 1. Otherwise, you could have game over in the first round. Since we're currently zoomed in here, I guess we need to go ahead and place our threats. Hiding place. If Bullseye is in this location, he cannot take damage. We'll go back over to this one. That's right. We will do diversion. As long as this threat is in play, heroes cannot defeat Bullseye nor win the game by any means. So we have to get rid of that. Striking unseen when into Fist Tower. Heroes take damage in a location, take 1 extra damage. Hiding place. Bullseye cannot take damage. Diversion. As long as threat in play, heroes cannot defeat Bullseye nor win the game. And then our other striking unseen. So we have to get rid of both those diversions. Oh, this is rough. This just seems a little bit rough. All right, we do have our Heroes United deck. We do not have our Defenders deck. That, of course, requires us to go out to the multiverse. I don't know. I don't know if I would have changed something about this, but I think for me, is like the deck should have unlocked in the original map versus having to go out to the multiverse map. I get it. If you've already played 1, then you know it's not as fun. Or 2 is once you have unlocked like 4 characters or something, right? You automatically unlock the deck. Yeah, well. We have Daredevil here. It's just who did I put in with Daredevil? Yeah, Daredevil is just Daredevil. He is a one-man show. He does not need any help. Iron Fist has Throg. And then Electro, of course, has the other, which is Jeffy Boy. So Jeffy is with Electro. There we go. That's what this is. We'll see how well this works. We will see. But yeah, I'm hoping like most of his cards only put like one thug or one civilian, because if he moves one and needs to put two there or two there, that's already overflown. We've already lost the game. So here we go. Yay, it's ones. All right, so he goes one, bam, nothing happens. And then he's adding civilians everywhere. This is going to require us to get to these far locations as quickly as possible. Holy cow. All right, we're already on the clock. Let's go. So, each hero may use an action to rescue somebody in their location. Well, there's unfortunately just thugs in our location. So this would be helpful on the next turn. Hero draws a card, a different hero may move. That wouldn't be bad, because we could go ahead and get Iron Fist closer, because he's got to get here. And he has a move with Throg and a punch, which means I could move. Let's see here. Move, that'd only get him a second move though. So he still wouldn't make it all the way over there. He needs 3 moves. 1, 2, 3. He needs 3 moves. Oh, but he'd have a wild. But then he wouldn't be able to do anything because the action is for Throg. Deal damage, splint as you like in your location and adjacent locations. Elektra has a move and a punch, but we'd be in that same boat. We would need... Elektra could do it if Iron Fist plays this, because she has 1 move, 2 move. She moved on his turn. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and then she'd have a punch. Yeah, I think we'll do Electro. So we'll have Iron Fist use that card and get Electro over there. So, for Daredevil, he just needs to come down here. And he does not have any movement. So, gonna have to use the double wild, guys. All right, so Daredevil's coming down here. And we will, I guess, just get rid of the first civilian. Rescue the first civilian. All right, and then Iron Fist, we know we want to do this. So, one hero draws a card. Have Daredevil draw a card, since he's closest to Bullseye. And then another hero may move. So we'll have Electro move. And then we will move Throg that way as well, because try to get Throg here. All right, and then Iron Fist has 3 things that he can do. Unfortunately, I don't want him to take... maybe I should have had him draw the card. Because then he could just take the damage. That's fine. It's not going to overflow. So we're going to use 1 action there. And then we'll use we'll use the other 2 wilds to go here. We'll take the damage if we ever get to a point where we have to clear that location. Right? If it's full, then I guess I'll take the damage. All right. Which leaves us Miss Nachos. All right, so we're going to do this one, which is what we said we're going to do. All right. And she gets to move. She's going to use the wild to move. She's going to punch. And then we're going to move Jeffy. We'll move Jeffy as well this way. All right. First round done. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Adjacent locations, no damage. Wow, that was good. All right. And then we get... He's only adding 1. I don't know if it stays like this, but I hope it does, because... I don't know how you could feasibly do that, right? Because now I've got 2 locations over here that are about to overflow before he goes. All right, so Daredevil has an extra card. He gets a move and a punch, so I can move and punch over here. Which means then Elektra doesn't have to move. So I can just do something here as well before I leave. So I can do the double action. Was this the one that I wanted? You may move. This allows us to move people around. I think this is the one I want to complete. Yeah, because you can rescue somebody from this location. Let's draw a card. Oh, hang on. I do have this as well. But that doesn't help Iron Fist. There's no civilians in Iron Fist location. We'll wait till everybody can rescue. Although it would help clear that off. Oh, I could do that on Iron Fist's turn. Because he can punch the one guy and then they'll both be able to rescue. Yeah. Iron Fist is just going to use all the United cards, I think. That's going to be his job. His job is rescuing... This is going to give him one action he can't use. I don't want to do that. This will give him one action he can't use. I need to clear this off. I have to get rid of the diversions, so I have to clear that off. And he's going to get a punch from that. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. So he's not going to be able to use both actions, but that's fine. All right, so we're going to move. We're going to punch. And we're going to put 2 actions. 1, 2. All right. So Iron Fist, we said he's going to do this, right? So Iron Fist is doing that one. I think this you refill at the end of your turn, so that actually wouldn't take effect yet. All right, so each other hero may rescue a civilian. And then he's going to punch. And then he's going to use one of the actions to complete this. All right. Then you may add 2 thugs to gain a punch token or gain the training card. I don't want to add anybody anywhere, so we're going to gain the training card. Discard. Add 1 movement symbol to the bottom card you are currently playing. Valid as long as the storyline. Ooh. I'm going to go ahead and use that. I'm going to discard that to add a movement there. We'll do this as a reminder. We'll discard this. That now... Oh, no, wait a minute. That was our end of turn. Dang it. That doesn't work. That was end of turn. I was cheating. I was going to use that to move and use the last action, but that would be cheating. Oh, I do get to move Throg, though. So Throg can move. All right. Now this comes up. As long as this card is in the team display, must ignore 1 symbol from the bottom of the previous card. All right. So she basically isn't going to get a punch. All right, we do have Jeffy. Move Jeff on location, then punch in his location, plus she gets a punch. Problem is he's there. I could move him and then use the card to move him again. Yeah, that works. I'm going to jump the shark. Ninja training, punch, or you cannot take damage until your turn. Now we're going to use Jeffy. Let's get Jeff on the board. All right, so beginning of the turn, I'm moving Jeff. Then the card moves Jeff. And then he punches. And then she gets a single punch. All right. Bullseye again. 2. 1, 2. Bam. Does mean Daredevil takes a hit. And so does... Oh. So does Iron Fist. I guess we'll go ahead and get rid of... Yeah, Throg is a move and a punch. Yeah. I don't mind the move and the punch on Throg, to be honest. Because, I mean, he'd move and punch, but there's nowhere for him to move and punch right now. Alright, and then add some more baddies. So, Thug for you. Doug for you. Doug for you. All right, so we gotta get down there. All right, so Daredevil, either we play that and he gets a single punch, which is fine, or we ignore the punch and just use whatever I play for him, which is fine as well. Oops, forgot, draw a card. Yeah. Man Without Fear, gain a movement for each civilian you rescue this turn. Okay, kind of want that when I have another card like his triple, or his double, which we've already used. All right, so we have to ignore that, but he still gets a punch. I'm going to clear this out. All right. And then into turn, I can rescue somebody from this. Yeah, good to go. All right, Iron. Good old Iron Fist. He's just doing. I've got to get him move. I have no move. I have a move token here, so that doesn't matter. So I can play this, get a move, and then he'll take care of that. That works. Like, I have not played a single one of his cards. Discard that to get a movement for him and Elektra. All right, so he's going to move. He's going to punch and rescue. All right. Miss Nachos. Miss Nachos. I feel like nachos. I'm hungry. Oops, looks like you forgot to change the title of the stream. I do that all the time. Oh, yeah, because I'm just reusing the stream. Yeah, I probably did. Does it say it still says Dormammu? Dormammu said I was still fighting. Who was I fighting the time before that? Dormammu was saying I was fighting, I think Electro still. At least you pointed it out, Steve. Appreciate it. Well, now nothing wants to go quick enough for me to quickly update this. I updated the description. I even updated the 33 and I updated Defenders. I just didn't update the Bullseye. There we go. Now it's updated. Video title says versus Dormammu, not Bullseye. Yeah. Look at that. Nobody looks at titles. Everybody looks at thumbnails. All right. So Elektra. Each hero gains a token, discard their entire hand, or everybody moves. So I don't need people to move right now. So we will draw. All right, so double wild. Ninja Training, punch, or you cannot take any damage to the next turn. There's nobody for her to punch. Do the double wild. I have a movement too. Do I want Fisk Tower? Discard one card, so take a damage, add a thug to gain a wild. Add 2 to gain an action. I don't like either one of those. All right. I don't like either one of those. I guess we probably should clean that up a little bit. I guess we're doing the double wild. Oh yeah, we gotta get rid of diversion anyways. So actually, let's move Jeffy. Should I use move to get there? If I'm gonna do that, that's just a single move. Do I leave this with only one? I don't think I do. I think that would be a bad idea. We're going to move, do 2 actions, get rid of both of those. Oh, hang on. If I do that, I got to take a damage. We'll do 1. And we'll go ahead and get her moved here so she's ready to go on that next turn. Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want. Yeah. So today turned into Daredevil Day as long as my package arrives today. If the package does not arrive today, then I'll be moving tonight's stream to I don't know when. All right. Bullseye. 1. Bam. So both of them are taking damage. We'll get rid of the single move. Oh, Iron Fist. I do not have a healing location either. Get rid of this one. I did not give myself a healing location. That is probably not good. Always nervous with fight. That lost condition. Yeah, that lost condition, Steve. That's what I said at the very beginning. So I went with thematic locations as well. And I mean, I don't know if you've played with these before, but like Hell's Kitchen, you have to take damage. Bishop Publishing, you have to take damage, right? So like thematically, I'm like, okay, these are the right locations to use, right? Because we're in Hell's Kitchen in New York. And they have, you know, a decent 4-spot location. But to really do it, you're going to be taking some damage. All right. So back to Daredevil. So we will accelerate if we do another Thug, which is really all that's out there. I don't think, can I finish 2 objectives and do a Thug? I would need to do the Thug on Elektra's turn. That's the problem. Central Park is just nasty right now. All right, so I do get 2 wilds. So if I get a move in an action, I can get rid of Striking Unseen. Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna move 2 actions in her wilds. Get rid of that. All right. So the objective is to get rid of all 3 of these in a turn. Ironing Fist, Master of the Laundry. Play those mandatory locations. If you choose one more, you would be playing Hazard Location Challenge. Oh, okay. So, are these mandatory? Are these 2 mandatory for other people? Because the weird thing is, like I said, I find them unthematic because they're maximum carnage, right? They're not Defenders or, you know, Iron or Wilson Fisk or whatever, right? So it's kind of an odd pairing. All right, so we need to complete 1 more location, which we're going to do with, we're going to do that one. So I have a move and an action, and I can do punches in 2 different locations. That means no matter what I do with him, we're going to accelerate. Bullseye's going to get to go. I have him complete something, Bullseye gets to go. Because see, that's all I've got is punch, which would be here and there, right? Or 2 here, which will flip that. And then 1 action is not going to complete that. 2 actions is not going to complete that. Now, let's draw a card and hope we get a punch and an action. We did not. We did not. I hate to leave that one there. But I could play the move, which would be move, do an action here. And then Elektra doesn't even have any actions. Oh. Mentoring, you must do the effects. Oh, okay, I got you. You must do the effects. I thought you meant mandatory, like one of the setups tells you to use them. Like, I know, like, Doctor Doom, right? His tells you have to use a specific location. I don't think there's any way for me to optimize this turn without pushing it. I think Bullseye's going to go. Yeah, if Bullseye's going to go, I'm taking out as much as I can. All right. So we get 2 actions. So we will... No. I just wish I had 3 actions. Right? And no other card would have been better. Yeah, nothing would have been better for Daredevil, because if I would have played this, That's still only one action, so it doesn't change. All right, I guess we'll get rid of this. We'll work on this in case we need to get rid of it. As I said, if I had 3, it would have been perfect, because I could have gotten rid of this, got rid of that, and completed them both. All right, and we'll go ahead and punch 1, which accelerates. And doesn't really matter where I take the second one from. And 2. All right, unfortunately, it means Bullseye's going. Move 0. Yeah. Deal 2 damage to each hero in the location opposite to Bullseye. Well, there's 1 KO token. And there's 2 KO tokens. Wow. That's bananas. Hang on. Timey-wimey shenanigans. Timey-wimey shenanigans. I had a move and I knew I was going to do this because I was going to pick up a training card. So timey-wimey shenanigans. I was going to do that anyways. I just forgot to. Discard, draw 1 card, and discard 1 crisis token from anywhere. We don't have any crisis tokens. So, but that's fine. That's a heal. But yeah, Elektra does get knocked down. So we're at 1. We're at 1. I forgot to do my movement. We're good to go, guys. Good to go. Luckily, he doesn't add any civilians or thugs anywhere. So, to Elektra. She's not happy. 2, 3, 4. She is not a happy camper. She says, oh, you got to be kidding me. I still can't complete it on her turn. Even with the wild, I can't complete it on her turn. It sucks. That hurts. Now I got to get Daredevil over there to complete it. Or I got to get Daredevil down here to complete it. That is horrible. All right, well, fine. Be that way. 1, 2. And these aren't going to help me. Bullseye is just a bad move. No, I'm sighing right now. And even if I had like a movement or something, right? I still would only get 2 here, so I still wouldn't complete this one. Neither one of them would be completed. All right. Daredevil, can you get all the way over here? Can you get... I need him here or here. I need to go 1, 2. So he has 1 here. This would give him 2, but then he can't do anything. I could do this because we'll be able to get a token and a movement. We are going to have to discard our hands, though. That's fine. I'm doing it. All right. So, each hero gains 1 move, 1 action, or 1 punch. All right. Then we have to discard our hand and draw 2. Discard your hand of 1 and draw 1. Discard 3 and draw 3. All right, so we have move, move, and then we use the action token to complete that one, which we had to do anyways because we wouldn't be able to win the game while that was out there. So good to go. You may discard 1 thug from any location. Well, we'll just do it from this one since it's the one that's got the most. All right, here we go. Bullseye. Moves 1. Impossible shot. Deal damage to each hero in the location opposite of Bullseye. So, well, Iron Fist is still getting knocked out. But that's okay. He walked into a trap. He walked into a trap. Boop. Ugh, that sucks. Impossible shot my foot. It did. It shot my foot. Tis but a flesh wound in the knee. All right. So we're on. Who went last? Elektra? No, Daredevil went. Right. So here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Let me see if I want this card. I don't think I do. Nope. That's what team members qualify. Each other hero may punch against one thug or henchman. Dang it. It doesn't count the balls. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not 5. Yeah, 5, because I'm discarding this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One turn. Like, this would have healed me. One turn. And we still get knocked out. All right, we get one more KO token, we lose. However, I think we should have enough to do, because they both get to go. And they all have punch tokens. So we know we're going to use that. Double wild. Double wild. So move with the move. Double wild plus the punch is 3. So we're down. He's got 4 left. That doesn't go there, Will. All right. Miss Nachos. Ooh. Double punch. That's it. That's game. Don't even need to draw this card, but we'll do it just because. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. Bam. He's dead. Muerte. You can still see the 3 on the bottom. There we go. Holy cow. Actually, I was more worried about the thugs and civilians than I was anything else. And that, I did a pretty good job of managing that. It was the KOs there at the end that were deadly. All right, so where is my map? The map. Gotta go to the map. The map. All right, where are we at, guys? All right, we are right here. So we're doing Bullseye. We have to use Elektra and Daredevil and Mr. Fist. We used no tokens. We used no equipment because we haven't unlocked any. A team we don't have to do. Pets, of course, we brought our pets along. And we won. And we got to keep. So the whole thing I was saying, like in the description, is it was to rescue Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. So we have rescued Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. So we now have Mr. Pin. So the Kingpin is an available option. We'll have to paint him. We still have our Taskmaster challenge down here to unlock the rest of the Midnight Suns. We need to do, this is the Kraven challenge. Not really looking at him anytime soon. Vulture is definitely up one of the next ones we'll do, because that way we can go and do the Sinister Six. And with Sinister Six, I don't know if I'll play it solo or whether I'll make that an oddity stream. She hasn't played Marvel United in a while. She'd probably enjoy it. So that might be an oddity stream. So we have that. Over here in the Spider-Verse, I have to paint everything over there. So that's definitely not a next step. We do have Loki finally. So we can do a Loki. I don't know if I have enough Asgardians to do that as an Asgardian match. I guess I could do it as like the first time they met Loki, right? In the comics, because that's how the Avengers formed. I don't have I have Captain America. I don't have Iron Man. So I'd have to swap it out with maybe the Wasp. Probably the Wasp, because Wasp was the one that named the Avengers. I could also use the Hulk. I mean, he was in the first one. We have the Ultron, which would be how we could get Iron Man back. Ultron is who beat us on Iron Man. So if we do Wasp and Ant-Man against Iron Man. Kang, I think I'd like to do Ant-Man, Wasp, and Stature for Kang. So we don't have Stature yet. She's going to be over with the Young Avengers, right? Where's she at? I think she's down here. Yeah, Kate Bishop, Hulkling, Speed. Where's she at? Sentry, Songbird. There's Goliath. Oh, here she is. She's the big one down here. All right, so Stature. Because again, it'd be fun to paint a big mini. So to get to her, we have to open this. Then we have to choose a side. So we'd have to choose Captain America. And then we'd get Iron Lad, Kate Bishop. And then we'd just have to unlock her. Okay, so you actually get her without having to face anybody? Okay. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, it seems odd. You get almost everybody down here by not even doing anything. Unless I'm missing something. If Steve's still in the chat, he'll tell me. That seems weird that you just basically unlock everybody down here as soon as you go down there. And then our other option was going to here, so we could unlock the rest of our pets and Mjolnir and all that stuff. But to do this Loki, I want to beat the regular Loki first. And then Hela, we haven't done the regular Hela yet first either. That's kind of the problem down here. We have Absorbing Man. I think this is the only Absorbing... There is another Absorbing Man somewhere else. I forget where he is. And I think he doesn't have the Titania challenge. So we'd probably want to do that first. And then for the X-Men, we have, of course, Mystique. So she's sitting up on the counter. She's next to be painted. We're going to do Mystique, Rogue, Gambit, and I said Kitty Pryde. So we could have Lockheed. But I could also do Jubilee. Would be another option. Yeah. So that's where we are. This is the big old map. Big old map. Big old map. Where's the webcam? There's the webcam. You unlock a ton of characters in Civil War. Okay, yeah. Well, and that was the other thing, like for my backup. But I think I wanted to spin the star to go down to the Midnight Suns area after I've unlocked the Midnight Suns. It's getting the stars. That's the problem, is like finding where the stars are and then going through one of the universes to get to a star to unlock a next universe. So, like, you're kind of limited on your pool of characters when you're in those universes originally. So it's a little bit hard to do. All right, you really like the Kang battle. Okay. I'm catching up, but it seems like you treated Bullseye's opposite location as adjacent location at least once. Oh, you're right. Impossible shot. Deal one to the opposite location of him. And he was in here, right? He was in the white location. So he actually would have hit Daredevil instead of Iron Fist. So yeah, that wouldn't have fired off. And then his other one was another impossible shot. You're right. And he was in green. And I said he hit these two, right? So he actually would have hit here. Yeah, so twice, both times. Oh, good catch, David. Yeah, okay. So actually, no, I got knocked out no times then. I got knocked out no times. You're right. It said opposite location, not adjacent location. So yeah, so the two times I had him do damage, I did adjacent. And the opposite, there was nobody standing in. Well, there was Daredevil standing in the one. And he had 3 cards. Or maybe he didn't have 3 cards at that time. He probably didn't, so I actually would have had 1 KO. Either way, still a win. Even with me, as Derek was calling it, Steving it up. He won by making it harder myself. Sometimes I do it. I always make it harder myself. I don't know how to play games. I don't know why people come and watch me play games. I don't know how to play games. I think Derek's been saying the same thing. Like, everybody's like getting mad at him sometimes about a lot of the rules and stuff, right? As your channel gets bigger, more people get eyes on your channel. And the people that have been there a while know that, you know, when we live stream, we're just making rules mistakes. A lot of times it's the first time, second time we've played a game. You play for fun. I think Derek said the same thing, right? You play for fun. I have fun. That's all that matters. I will home rule, house rule, and play it however I like. All right, guys, I'm going to go grab me some lunch. Yeah, these go pretty quick. Marvel United is a really good lunchtime stream because they go really quick. But I am going to go get some lunch. You guys can do something for me, though. You guys can click the link down below or the one in chat. Donate to Extra Life Charities. We're still doing calling for charities. Some of these games, those piles are getting lower. But of course, make a rules mistake on Super Friday. I don't even care if you give me a thumbs down. Thumbs downs is interaction with the engagement. There you go, with the video. But yeah, we are still calling for charity. Some games up there. More games will be added as I play them and decide that, you know, I played them for the channel. I'm good. Let's move on. Doesn't mean they're bad games. They're just not games for me and Audrey to play anymore. So yeah, do that. If you don't want games from our collection, just make a donation. You can get your name in the wonderful chat down at the bottom, like David and Steve. They've got their name down there in the bottom because they made a donation. That's all you got to do. Either way, guys, I am playing more Daredevil tonight. Again, as long as my Marvel Champions box gets delivered today. They'll probably have to be the pre-made the decks, because I doubt the guy that makes the BGG decks is going to be have his list updated today before I stream. There's a chance. There's a small chance that he gets the list and he gets it, but I foresee it not being until probably the end of the week. What's the rest of the week? Wednesday, we are doing Echo-Bound Adventures in the evening. No ticker tape at the bottom. No, there's not here. The ticker tape is on the starting soon and the thank you. Now my nose is bothering me because I thought about it. Yeah, looking forward to Echo-Bound Adventures. Yeah, so I'm going to play the tutorial. It says it's supposed to take an hour, so I feel like I'll be able to get the tutorial and then do the next part, right? The first adventure. I'll have to see. I think everybody played one of the adventures, so I don't think I'll be playing anything new for anybody to see. And then Friday, I rescheduled the painting stream for Saturday. Friday night will be Clank Legacy, most likely, with me and Audrey. So that'll get scheduled. It's the afternoon streams that I still haven't done. We do have a doctor's appointment on the 30th or the 31st. So there won't be a stream that afternoon. So probably my other afternoon streams are going to be finishing off my Aeon's End Legacy. Is most likely going to be the other two afternoon streams. Because let's see what I got. Tuesday is the 28th. Wednesday is the 29th. Thursday, it's probably the 31st. We usually do appointments on Fridays. So Aeon's End Legacy would be two of those. No Aeons for lunch. It's too long. The only problem is I'd have to do it as an evening stream. Now, this is what will happen, David. If I don't get the Marvel Champions in time for me to open it, sleeve it, all that, then I could do an Aeon's End Legacy tonight. So I could finish it off there. Yeah, that's the only problem with only streaming 2 evenings a week. I can't do a lot of the longer games, like the campaign games and longer games. And because I don't stream on Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoons, there's just not a lot of like long period games that I could do. I could do Saturday and Sunday lunches, but the thing is I never know where we're going to be at lunch or when I'm going to finally get up and start mowing the lawn. Like I mowed the lawn on Sunday. We finally got up and going and out. It was probably 11 o'clock, but then I didn't get finished mowing until like 1:30, 1:45, somewhere around there. Next is chapter 7 and then 8. Yep. So there's only two left. So even if I do them as lunchtime streams, it's 2 more left. We call it quits. And then we go on. Now I think the regular Aeon's End, and Derek would have to say, I don't know if Steve would know from if he's ever played. I believe the regular would only be about an hour, right? Because it's the same as Astro-Knights. I can get an Astro-Knights or Invincible playthrough done in about an hour. So that should easily be done. I think it's because I got to go find the cards, do the unlocks, read the story text, right? That adds probably a good 30 minutes-ish or 20 to 30 minutes to the playthrough. So I think that's the problem with it as a lunchtime stream. You could play an expedition as an alternative. Aeon's End expeditions are very... Yeah, and that's what I was thinking, Steve. Yeah, as I think Aeon's End, just like Astro-Knights, can be done in an hour. It's because I'm opening up... Because I noticed, David, like, besides getting people out in chat, which is fun because then I get to chat with people, which hopefully makes the streams more entertaining, I'm having to read those flavor texts, right? Which is like a paragraph or two, which take a couple minutes. And then at the very end, normally I'm done close to an hour and a half. But at the very end, then I've got to read more flavor text. I've got to get all my unlocks. I got to decide what I want to unlock. I got to get the cards and decide which cards I want to do. So that I think just takes a little bit too much time for that. So that is that. I do have the new Star Wars deck building game. Are you entertained? I do have the new Star Wars deck building game that might arrive this week. But Azor Death said he's not going to make it part of his leaders. Somebody else said they looked at the content and they don't believe it'd be that hard to just include and do it as a campaign. So that's another alternative I could do, David. I could do because we know that's quick, do a 5-part campaign with the new reinforcements expansion. We would just have to, I just have to see if that gets here. But again, we'll see. We'll see. Schedules will be going up. If you want to know when we go live, like, subscribe. Well, like this video, but then subscribe and then hit the bell notification when you subscribe, just in case you forget to hit the remind me button on the actual video when I publish it. And if you happen to be watching this later in the past or in the future, your future, my past, then on mobile, there's a little thing called hype. Just make sure you hit that hype button. It doesn't help my channel. I'm too small. I get the thing on it. It says here, this is how you've helped people in hyping this week. Look, this video got this many hypes. Oh, it didn't get an achievement or win anything. We're just too small compared to the slop, the brain rot that is going out with most other content. Ours takes a little bit more thinking and, helps your brain. But YouTube doesn't want to promote that. Anyway, guys, until next time, peace.